Hello, my name is Brandon Hansen, and I'm the president of Bank of Utah. I joined the bank in 1996 as a management trainee right after graduating from BYU. You know, we're very proud to call ourselves community bankers because we reside in the community, we support the community, we live in our communities. Bank of Utah has 85 employees that serve on various boards, donating almost 800 hours of service this last year. You may not know this, but you're joining one of the most successful banks in the country. We provide competitive products that compete with the large banks, but do it with local service and professionalism. We do commercial lending, which makes up about 70% of our revenue, and we're known throughout the state for our lending with hotels, municipalities, and construction projects. Additionally, we provide mortgage services. In a good year, we might do $500 million in mortgages throughout the state of Utah and surrounding states. Additionally, we offer wealth management products, personal trust services, and then our corporate trust division, which is an industry leader in aviation trusts. Bank of Utah is unique. The bank has performed incredibly well through a variety of economic conditions. We were one of the few banks in the state that did not have a losing quarter even during the great financial crisis in 2008 and 2009. We're able to achieve that success, and we do it in a very conservative manner. We're very careful about managing our credit risk and our interest rate risk, and we have very high levels of capital that protects us against losses or further challenges in the economy. At Bank of Utah, we really love our employees to be self-starters. We don't like to micromanage people. We have 6 cultural beliefs that we teach all of our employees. 2 of my favorite are inviting feedback, which means that we solicit feedback and we give feedback, and we do that in a spirit of trying to help one another and help the bank be more successful. The other one I really love is working together. It's really easy if you're in one department or another department to only focus in on what's important to you and your department, but here at Bank of Utah, we try to help each other be successful. We're big enough that we can handle most customers' needs, yet small enough to know people individually. When you call Bank of Utah, you don't get a calling tree, you get a live person, and 80 to 90% of the time that person can resolve your question or concern, and if they can't, they know the person that they can refer you to. One of the great opportunities as an employee is participating in the bank's 401k and ESOP program. The bank will match $1 for dollar up to 5% with Bank of Utah stock, one of the best performing bank stocks anyone could own. It's an incredible opportunity for employees to participate in ownership of the bank. When I first joined the bank, one of the things I really loved was the open door policy. You really have the opportunity to go meet with any member of senior management or other coworkers to address concerns, issues, or suggestions on how to make the bank a better place. Some advice I might give would be hungry and ambitious, but humble and professional. Make sure that you raise your hand and be heard, have an opinion, have a say. Many financial institutions offer the same products and services. What sets the Bank of Utah apart is our employees. It's you. Welcome to the Bank of Utah. I'm excited and look forward to working with you.
My name is Frank Browning, and I am chairman of the board of the Bank of Utah. I started getting paid at the bank when I was 16 years old. I worked in check file and as a courier for the bank. We used to carry checks and cash between branches. After that, I worked over supplies in the bank for a while. Then I worked as a teller for a long time in various branches and as a collector. And then I moved into credit analysis for several years, and then I finished my degree from Weber State University in information technology, and I wrote software for the bank for many years and built all the networks that the bank has. And after that, I moved into vice chairman and then as chairman of the board and CEO for many years, and now I am just chairman of the board. The first question I get asked a lot is if we're related to Browning Arms. My great grandfather was Jonathan Edmund Browning. He was the machinist in the gun shop and the gunsmith. And when cars started coming into town in the early 1900s, the only person to fix them was a gunsmith. So he started fixing cars on the side in the gun shop. And along with that, all of his sons, which included my grandfather, all got very interested in cars, and after World War I they kind of spread out around Utah and Idaho and had car dealerships. My grandfather had the Chevrolet and Buick dealership here in Ogden for many years, and then in the 1950s decided he wanted to get into the financing part of things, and so he got together with some investors and started the Bank of Utah in 1952. A few years later, sold the car dealerships and has concentrated on the bank ever since. The Bank of Utah started in 1952 with 16 employees and less than $1 million in assets. And from there, we've grown. Now we are at over 1.6 billion in assets, and we have 17 full-service branches and 3 mortgage offices. Bank of Utah has always been involved in the community, and I feel like it's a thing that all of us need to do, getting involved in nonprofits and other things that help further the betterment of the community. And Bank of Utah has done a great job over the years of donating time and money and actually employee help to projects and efforts that various communities put on throughout the state and the communities that we have branches in. We have many employees, and I feel responsible to make sure that employees have a good place to work, and that also contributes to the community as well. At the Bank of Utah, we consider it to be a great place to work, and I think anyone that works here finds out the same thing, that it is a really great place to work. You'll find that we have a lot of long-term employees that have been here for many years. They stay because it is a great place to work. Our employees are treated well, and we treat our customers well, and we have a great culture to work with here in the bank. We all get along well together.
Hi, my name is Kelly Hale. I am a Senior VP over the Orem commercial team, and I've been with the bank for 21 years. In my position with the bank, we do commercial lending, a lot of lending, and what's great about Bank of Utah is that we've been able to really emphasize customer service. The other thing that Bank of Utah does really well is when the PPP program came up in this year, able to help keep businesses open and people employed, and it was such a great service that we were able to do for the community, and it was so exciting to be a part of that, to encourage us to get out and be a part of the community. We go into elementary schools and we teach them how to run businesses, and we also are able to get out with Red Cross and do door-to-door fire alarms. Another program that I'm involved with is called NeighborWorks, and it's low-income housing, and they also teach senior people on finances, anybody in the community, on how to manage their finances. They build homes for people, they refurbish homes, and so the bank really encourages at every opportunity to get out and be a part of the community. The management team at Bank of Utah is great. They know who you are, from tellers to senior VPs. They know everybody. Last week, this is a perfect example. Last week I had a loan approved, and it was a $3 million loan, and the customer decided at closing to change the name of the loan. And the people who were selling him the property decided that they weren't willing to work with them anymore because they needed the project to close and they didn't have time, and the loan had to close within 2 weeks. And that's a tight schedule for the bank to rewrite a loan. But we dropped everything in our office to rewrite the loan. We sent it up to our senior chief lender, Taffmeyer, and he approved it all on the same day. So we were able to get documents within 1 week and meet the deadline. You don't get that with big banks. That is a community bank opportunity that you get by knowing the chief lender to the bank president to the chairman of the board. The advice that I would give any new employee is to just work hard, to learn from your peers and watch the people who are successful and see what they do and try to implement and just give service. That's the whole key, is giving service to our customers and making sure that they feel like they're the most important client that the bank has, and just have fun doing it. Bank of Utah is a great place to work, both personally and professionally. Not only the owners, the Browning family own the bank, but so do the employees. So you're able to have a piece of what you're doing, your everyday work matters because it affects your retirement program. And I just welcome you to Bank of Utah. I'm excited for you to start out a good career. It's people who have been here, go and ask everybody how long they've been at Bank of Utah. Once you come, you stay because the bank really takes care of you. If you have any questions, you can go to anyone in the bank and answer. So welcome to the Bank of Utah family.